This is going to be a really quick vlog. My throat is like burning and itchy and my chest is burning because I am in allergic reaction to my morning coffee, which I've been having for weeks without a problem. I took Benadryl like an hour and a half ago and it's not really doing anything. Well, I mean, I'm worried about how bad the reaction would be if I hadn't taken Benadryl, because I took the Benadryl when the allergic reaction started and I still feel kind of similar to when it started. All from like here to here burns and my chest just like feels really tight. And this is basically how it started with my strawberry allergy, where this type of thing was happening. Then it just got worse and worse and worse to where like now if I even have something that has a little bit of strawberry in it, an artificial strawberry flavor seems to be fine, but anything that has strawberry juice or any actual strawberry, my throat will just start to get thick just from a tiny bit. My whole life I could eat strawberries, and now if I have a little bit of strawberry, I'll go into a reaction. I just had my normal espresso with whole milk this morning and I'm in a reaction. I'm honestly freaking out because all my life I've only had one allergy, which is my allergy to mango, which I've had since childhood. Like since birth, I've been allergic to mango. But it started out as a skin allergy and then over time it's elevated to like this throat, chest, breathing thing. Now there are these two new allergies that have come out of nowhere, strawberries and now as of this morning, coffee. And so I'm just like freaking out because I feel as though I could react to anything at any time and now I don't know what's going on. It's just really scary. Today is August 5th and Robert and I are flying to Japan next Saturday. So not this Saturday, but the next one. I'm gonna definitely have to bring Benadryl, plus my nausea meds, plus my Linzess, plus the fludrocortisone for my heart stuff. Luckily, food in Japan is really salty, so that should be fine. I'm just really scared that I'll have some sort of allergic reaction to something in Japan, and I just hope that doesn't happen because we're gonna be in a foreign country. It is always a new development with my health, always. And it's just, we do not know what's going on. We do not know what's going on, and it is freaky. I was planning on filming a what eat in a day video today, but given that today has started with me getting my normal morning coffee with just some espresso, whole milk, a little bit of vanilla, and I went into the allergic reaction, I am terrified to eat for the rest of the day, and I'm just freaking out, and I don't want to film a what eat in a day video. I'm still doing the blended diet. If I deviate at all from the blended diet, I will just get super sick and start throwing up and won't be able to eat for the rest of the day. It hurts to talk because of this thing with my throat. Like the more I talk, the more it just like burns, but I also want the distraction from how scared I am, and my throat and chest have been hurting since I had the coffee, which was 2 hours ago when I took the Benadryl, and the Benadryl's just not kicking in. I want it to stop, and now I'm just scared to eat because what if I eat something and it makes the reaction worse? One of my friends has MCAS, mast cell activation syndrome, and she is sensitive to histamines, and she has been asking me, hey, maybe you should look into histamine intolerance. She's been suggesting that for a long time. I kind of was like, no, I definitely don't have that. I know what's going on with me. Like, I don't have histamine intolerance. Thank you for the suggestion, but I was kind of not really believing it. And then when the strawberry allergy popped up in June and it was this really intense allergic reaction that I'd never had before, that's when I was like, okay, maybe this is histamine intolerance, because strawberries can be a problem for people who have histamine intolerance because they are high histamine and they also are a histamine liberator, so they can cause the histamine that's already in the body to become liberated and just kind of go everywhere. And then on top of that, strawberries have compounds in them that can inhibit the body's ability to clear excess histamine. So strawberries are a triple whammy if you have histamine intolerance. Another sign of the histamine thing is I was right that I can tolerate whole milk, but I was wrong that I can tolerate yogurt. I was eating that Greek yogurt that I bought and it was making me so nauseous and have so much pain, and I was like, oh, yogurt should be fine. If I can have milk, yogurt should be fine, because I was just thinking about the lactose thing. That's literally all I was thinking about, and milk has high lactose and yogurt has high lactose. So I was like, well, if I can have milk, why can't I have yogurt? Yeah, I've just been trying to figure that out because I have tried to eat yogurt so much over this gut health journey because it is high in protein, it's high in nutrients, it qualifies for liquid food. So I've been trying to figure out, okay, why can I have milk but not yogurt? Well, it turns out that yogurt is super high histamine because it's fermented and milk is low histamine. That might be the key thing as to why yogurt makes me so nauseous and causes me so much pain, whereas whole milk is a lot better for me. It could be because of the histamines. I ate through all the yogurt that I bought during the food haul that I showed, but I haven't had any more yogurt since I ate it all because I just tolerate milk so much better. So I've been using whole milk as the dairy that I keep in the house. I started making my protein smoothies again, but adding different fruits to them, adding some kale, oatmeal, doing whole milk, and I was gonna share that recipe today, but now I'm just too scared to even make it because I've been looking more into histamines, and so many things that are in that smoothie that I've been making like aren't great for people that have histamine intolerance, and given that I just reacted to coffee, I'm worried if I make this smoothie that I'm gonna react to something in it, and so I'm just freaking. I did get this app called Fig, which is kind of helping me understand the histamine thing better because researching histamines is so overwhelming. It is way more overwhelming than researching FODMAPs by a lot because foods also don't have like a stable amount of histamine. If I cook something and then put it in the fridge, it will just build up histamines as it sits in the fridge. So the fresher it is, the less histamines it has. So if I make a low histamine meal and then put it in the fridge, I could tolerate it way worse in the future than I could eating it the first day I make it, which is crazy because then it's like nothing seems that safe. And then there are foods that are super low histamine but can act as histamine like releasers, and then there are foods that are low histamine but have these inhibitors for the body to process histamine. It's just so complicated. So I got this app Fig. I'll show you the Fig app and then I'm gonna end this vlog, and this will just be a quick vlog. I really want to film what I eat in a day soon, but I need to figure out this histamine thing, but I just don't know what to eat anymore. I hope going to Japan helps, but I'm also scared that if I go that I'll have allergic reaction in Japan. Just so freaking right now. Okay, let me get the app and then I will just end this vlog, and this will just be a quick little I reacted to coffee video. Robert is sleeping, and I know that when he wakes up and finds out that I had an allergic reaction to coffee, he's gonna be scared because I kind of have had my sense of danger altered by this experience because I've had all these symptoms that I've been worried about for a long time and doctors keep dismissing it. And so I just am like, oh, anaphylaxis. Okay, I mean, that's scary, but will I die? Probably not, because I haven't died yet, and I just have this attitude of like, I haven't died yet, so I'm not gonna die, like, it's fine. When anaphylaxis is not fine, this is like the early stages of anaphylaxis. Okay, so this app is called Fig. I don't know how much you can see, but it's like, it's in this corner. Fig! And you can scan stuff. I just set my profile to gluten-free and low histamine, which I think things that have gluten in them like are high histamine anyway, so I probably don't need both settings. Yeah, it says wheat. Well, it says wheat itself is like limited. Wheat is suitable for low histamine. So maybe I don't need to have it set to gluten-free. Let's look up strawberries. So I look it up, and then you can see that strawberry is red. So it gives you either like red, green, or yellow. It says strawberries act as histamine liberators. Liberator is the word I was looking for. See, it says red. In other words, they trigger the release of the body's existing histamine. Additionally, strawberries contain other amides that slow the degradation of histamine. Now, if I look up, let's say yogurt, which makes me really sick. Yogurt is yellow. I don't know how to explain this. I just know that Fig is helpful. Let's look up coffee. Coffee is yellow, so I didn't think it'd be that bad. It just says coffee may be high histamine on the Fig app, but then if I Google it, I think we can get some more information about coffees and like histamine and why I might have had a reaction to it. My body hates me if you haven't figured it out yet. So coffee contains histamines in low amounts, but for people who are sensitive to them, it contains plenty to get a reaction. While the natural histamine in coffee is low, some coffee processes can increase the histamine levels. That's what the first result on Google is. I guess if coffee is fermented, it can cause histamine reaction. If it like contains mold, which a lot of coffee does, it can cause histamine. Also, there are certain foods that block DOA enzyme production. So though coffee might be low histamine, the caffeine in coffee can block the DOA enzyme. There's just so much stuff with histamines. I cannot deal with another thing, but here we are. This vlog is super rambly. I did find a therapist, by the way. He's really cool. He is an animal therapist, so he uses a dog in the therapy and also an animal called an axolotl, which is like a reptile / amphibian. He's a really cool therapist. I really like him. I think he's a good fit. I saw him for the first time a couple days ago, and I'm seeing him again on Tuesday before our trip. And then after that, I'll be seeing him every Thursday afternoon, probably for the rest of the year. So hopefully therapy helps process what's going on. I knew he was the right fit when I realized that he had researched all of my medical conditions before I even stepped into his office, and he knew more about certain things than I do. And I just started dissecting the histamine thing this week, and so I wrote on my medical history like I might have histamine intolerance. And when I told him that I drink coffee every morning, he was like, oh, you drink coffee? I'd be surprised if you have histamine intolerance, you could drink coffee. So low-key, he called this before it even happened. Another sign he's a good fit. I know when I see him on Tuesday, I'm going to be like, I had an allergic reaction to coffee. It was really scary. You were right. I hope our Japan trip goes well. Robert is going to film the crap out of our Japan trip, so there will be so many Japan videos, and then hopefully we'll be able to get our Japan travel videos up in September or October. That that will be a good break from the health content, because sometimes filming the health content depresses me because it's just sad. So I think it'll be really nice to be able to post some travel vlogs. So you might not see health content for a little while. I'm not sure how fast we'll get the travel vlogs up, but if there's anything that comes up that's like an update, I'll let you know. But yeah, that's my update. Found a therapist. I hope he helps process the emotions of having a chronic illness that is terrifying and keeps trying to mess up me in new ways every day. When I found out that he'd researched all my medical conditions, I just like started crying because I felt like he actually cared about me, which is more than I can say for my gastroenterologist in general. So that was amazing. Anyway, I'll talk to y'all in the next vlog. I'm gonna go rest and hope the Benadryl kicks in the rest of the way and kicks this allergic reaction. So talk to you guys later.